Good morning and greetings from your Oklahoma Conference administrative team. Because of your prayerful support of Oklahoma 2%, many lives have been changed and souls won. Through God's leading, the support that's given makes it possible to bolster our Christian education, plan successful evangelism, and capture the hearts and minds of our youth as they attend our summer camps. It's with God's direction that we've seen beautiful successes within our borders and continue to move forward with His power. Today I'd like to share a story with you that has powerful implications for what we've traditionally classified as the mission field, and it's a source for the evidence of miracles and the great mercy of God.
In my opinion, Adventists are looking for an opportunity to minister. You see a need when people come from a country that's in political turmoil, that's been in civil war, and there's violence at every end, and you're fleeing for your life, and you're going to Thailand to live in Burmese refugee camps. When you get here, you have nothing.
It makes us a bit more protective of them because we know their background and what they've been through, and we've heard their stories, and we've seen the few pictures, mementos that they bring from either Thailand refugee camps or from home in Burma. And it makes us very protective, and makes us, we want the best for them. We want them to have an opportunity in America to make something of themselves.
We saw the need, and originally it was just kind of a small thing, just, let's help this individual family. But in Guymon, our economy is based around pork production, and their jobs where they can make good money. Guymon has a lower cost of living than, say, Chicago or Dallas-Fort Worth. But there's zombie all over the United States, but when they find out that it's inexpensive to live here, there's good jobs, and now you add a Seventh-day Adventist school, they call, and people begin to come, and they begin to kind of just congregate here in Guymon.
The Great Commission that Jesus gave the church was to go to all the world. And in Guymon, where we have a small population, it has caused our church to become very diverse. The majority of our members now are Burmese, and so we have a large group, half of our church being filled with a different tongue.
You try to get to know them, you try to develop that trust, you try to understand their culture, and you do try to create that bond that when they do need something, they feel comfortable calling you. And there's just a myriad of different things you can do. So we're trying to use the school as an opportunity to kind of take care of those problems, so the kids don't have to worry about all those particular American cultural things that their parents are having to adapt to now.
These kids are Adventist kids. They were Adventist in Burma, and that's the main reason we wanted to start the school, is because we wanted a Christian school for them here. They attended an Adventist school in Burma and wanted to continue with it.
We finally put it together, we voted, and we decided in faith to put together a school. And since then, it's kind of blossomed and gotten, I guess, a little bit more complex, but it's become more of a partnership now with the Oklahoma Conference, and we're hoping there's a bright future.
We saw that people noticed, our members noticed, that we improved technologically. Our safety, had to improve. Because now we were going to have kids basically here all the time.
We wrote down from 0 to 16, we wrote down, I think there was how many, 42 kids in the church right then at that time. And it becomes apparent how much you need a school when you see that many young people in your church.
It's helped us with our spiritual growth. You know, we had to do our part, and then there was nothing we could do. And then we just see how God, you know, how God takes over and how God helps out. And so it was the human doing all that was in our, you know, in our reach, and then we just see how that divine hand comes in and helps us. 3
years ago, there was 6 or 8 people that would come to church. Now today, there's anywhere from 60 to 80 to sometimes over 90, close to 100. Again, most of those are Zomi people from Burma, but good folks, and I tell them all the time, I said, it's raining babies in Guymon.
Volunteering at the school has given me the opportunity to be useful and have a function here and an outlet to minister.
I think the school has brought about something for everyone to kind of focus on.
Bible is a big part of the curriculum, so that's first thing in the morning we have our Bible, and we have the lesson, and then through the day a lot of times reading. When I read to them, I'll read a Bible story. Sometimes I assign them a Bible story to read from the Bible. So it's all through the day. They memorize Bible verses every week. Memorize it in English is a new experience for them, but they memorize in their own language every week. They have Friday night worship here, and the kids will be up front reciting Bible verses every week.
Overall, I would say that the kids are, in general, very appreciative for the opportunities that they have here. Maybe not every single one of them, but most of them are, and I'm thinking of a few in particular, are very appreciative of their opportunities that they have in America.
I've learned more to rely on God and to rely on Him for guidance and strength and discernment.
Well, the kids especially, this is something that's very different with this group, is that they absolutely love their teacher. And it's amazing to watch elementary age kids be so in love with, you know, a teacher like they are. Absolutely adore her. And that's something that I don't always see in an American classroom. They might tolerate a teacher, but these kids love her and all the stability I think she brings to their lives.
I suppose I'll look back at this with fond memories.
It really makes us root for these kids because we want to see them, when they say they want to be a nurse, we want to see that to fulfillment. We want to see them successful in their endeavors and in their dreams. Whereas I think back home, you want to be a nurse, there's not a chance you're probably going to see that happen. But here, there's a chance where like you can do that, study hard, and you can be a teacher, you can be a nurse, you can be a mom, you know, whatever you want to be. And that's something that we keep trying to impress upon them is do good in school and keep trying, and you can actually do that in America.
Well, I know a lot of them have high aspirations. One wants to be a pastor, and then several of the girls want to be nurses. I hope they attain that. I hope they get there. And I hope if I saw them, that's what they would be doing.
The lives that you touch through sacrifices, as you give to support Oklahoma 2%, will be evidenced in the lives and offerings these children will be able to make to our church and society in the future. The benefits and dividends have already begun to pour out of Guymon in their ministry. Please give to support our mission and all the other aspects of our ministry. In the coming months, we'd like to share many more stories of how God has blessed in a mighty way across our great state. Look for these videos and enjoy the fruit of what God has commissioned us all to do in this mission field we call Oklahoma. Thank you, and happy Sabbath.